Hello, I want to quickly cover the current state of the game as it pertains to Arknights Enfield. I feel like the developer showcase was really good to start with. I do believe that they did give away a lot of the plot out throughout the showcase. Currently, I believe the new operators are going to be showcased, Tang Tang and Rossi. Out of the two, I feel like Tang Tang is objectively really, really strong due to her innate ability to freeze bosses and enemies in great waves. Also, I believe that Tang Tang herself has the ability to provide a lot of AoE damage to corresponding teams, which is something that is lacking in Arknights Enfield's operators. There's a serious issue of, like, if you don't have a good crowd control like Gilberto, you're severely at a disadvantage when you're facing more than 3 enemies at a time. Rosie's a good taste. I heard that they're incorporating the X Astras weapon capabilities in Rosie's showcase. She's really good. It just shows that the team has a good eye for design in terms of developing an operator from the ground up and giving it its own unique characteristics without breaking bank and introducing power creep so early on into the game. Given that Tang Tang and Rosie are like the two technically new operators that weren't shown in the previous betas, I felt like their first demonstration of these operators are really good. So right here is the combo initiation. It's about to show up where you have to time the combo, like perfect combo. And I really like it because it really dives into the fact that Arknights Enfield's battle system does feel like a 3D fighting game. And I feel like at a certain point, we're going to get those combo triggers. I feel like that they need to focus more on that. And they need to add that to some of the base 4-star characters, because that's just a good flavor to the game's game flow. Going back, doubling back to Tong Tong. Tong Tong is like, her battle skill is really good. Look at that nice AoE. That's really good. Kind of keeps people in place. Little stagger, minute amount of stagger. But again, her ultimate is the prime value, the great value right here. Look at that time. Look at the amount of time that this guy's. It's really good for setting up combos and for setting up ability showcases, right? You put them on Tong Tong, and then you bust out the Yvonne ultimate with solidification on top. Because right now, like the reason like the ultimate is so great in value is because when you apply solidification to a boss, it doesn't crowd control them. It doesn't CC the boss. The only time you can apply a CC into a character or into an enemy boss is with Last Ride's battle skill, or sorry, Last Ride's combo skill, because that creates like these glaciers that keep the unit in place. Whereas Tong Tong just, hey, you proc it, you get a lot of stats. It's just really good. And even the developer said at some point during the showcase is that Tong Tong is a standalone unit, which means that she can technically solo anything, because she doesn't need anyone else in her team. She could just be by herself, and her kit alone is sufficient enough to self-sustain, which is really cool. Yeah. Let me talk quickly about the events of what's going on with the game. They found like a general flow of events that kind of like do fill up the time. The sanity discount, which is really nice. I do feel like they need to. I think it's a question like, oh, is sanity discount better than double rewards? I feel like double rewards feel more satisfying than the sanity discount. I don't know, maybe it's just like a psychological thing, but the double rewards, like in Destiny, when like that was a bug that became a feature later on, that feels really good, Or it could just be like an even better thing is like a day one, it's like half, like 40, sanity discount. Second day is 60 sanity discount, and like every time you log in, it just incentivizes you to log in even more, which is like a way better thing. Like psychologically, I need to log in, like I'm gonna lose out on like this really good value. So yeah. Also with the sign-ins, I feel like they need to add not just a standard ticket to like days 1, 4, and 7. I think like in 2, 5, and 6, they need to add the standard charter banners. I think that's like the only thing missing for the sign-ins to really get really good value. I think it's okay value, but really good value to get people to sign in, would be very ideal. A big downside of this patch, in my opinion, is that there's only one narrative event. Given that it's Razi and it's in that area that has been secluded off from us, I feel like they need an additional narrative event for the 4 stars. And it doesn't bow well for the 4 stars because, I mean, they're not getting any love from a narrative standpoint. You're only like limited to what is being shown in the text for when you unlock the trusts. Going back to the optimization, you can kind of clearly see where how they categorize everything in terms of their level of priority. I feel like the surveys have been helping a lot. A lot of people saying like, oh, it's, they're giving out too many surveys. Like there's a reason for those surveys. They're actually listening to them. And if this first part of the dev doesn't showcase that to you, I don't know what will. But you can actually see the categories of how they focus their priorities based off of like, oh, what's low hanging fruit? What's something that we can't fix? Like, what are like minor annoyances that don't cost a lot of dev time to do, right? Let's tackle those, and then let's tackle some of the harder optimization stuff, right? You could also see how things are kind of like packaged, like Dijon and the receptions and the recycling stations, like all that is kind of like packaged together, like within a team, within a group. I don't know. I do software development on the side, so I can kind of like see, oh, that's like a like a functional team working on that. This team is working on this, and then they just prioritize based off of, hey, what is the most annoying, like, i.e., what are the number of complaints that we've received around this? So my opinions with this dev, I would say it's like a solid 8.5 out of 10. I did dislike the fact that they kept showing everything that was going on in the story, and I think it's because they left it in the cliffhanger, and they want people to like get hyped about the story. But like we're wanting more story. Like I don't want to see what's gonna happen. I feel like I'm the kind of person that doesn't like spoilers and wants to go in it blind, right? And like I think they spend like a good 10 minutes showing like, hey, this is exactly what's going to happen in the story. Cool, thanks. You pretty much gave everything away. But I know Genshin kind of does that too, so I guess that's where this philosophy comes from. But I think given the 1.0 and the 1.1 patch, I do feel that the game is going in the right direction. The operators, character design, and everything going in the right direction. The optimizations that they're introducing going in the right direction. And I think we won't know the life cycle of the game until three more patches further down, like once we're in 1.4, 1.5, to determine like, hey, how have they adapted? How have they evolved? Is there power creep? Are they introducing end game that is restrictive to the unit that is coming out? We won't know that until then. So, and we'll see where we're at, where we're going to be in the story by then. That's also very, very important to know. So, yeah, that pretty much covers what I wanted to talk about. So, thank you for listening. If you want to hear more of these weird ramblings, please like and subscribe. The channel is just starting. I believe we're at 8 subscribers, and I'm okay with not growing, and I'm okay just dishing out content in terms of what I believe Arknights is at, what the current state is, and current builds. I think right now what I'm going to focus on is a build team for Yvonne, or a focus video on Fluoride's, like the dive mechanic in the game, because I feel like using the dive attack is pretty it's pretty gimmicky, but you can like min-max it in a way that allows you to clear things a bit a bit faster, especially for the teams that struggle again with AoE capabilities. So look forward to that. If there's any type of content that you would like to see, all ears to hear what kind of things you want to see. if it's, I know that I haven't covered anything around the AIC factory. If you want to see that, I know there's a lot of great people out there that cover that. But if you want my take on it, you want to see a tour of my facility, just feel free to drop a comment. But yeah, thank you.